Welcome my fellow Godzilla x Kong fans to another episode of The Bucket List. I'm Carlos and today we're going to be reviewing Godzilla x Kong: A New Empire. Without further ado, let's get it. Apologies for the late review. I've been dealing with a lot of copyright claims, that's why. 3 years after defeating Mechagodzilla, we got Kong living in Hollow Earth, we got Godzilla living in the surface, both just chilling, doing their own thing. Godzilla continues to maintain order within the surface, while Kong is basically chilling in Hollow Earth. Now, saying that, a new threat emerges within Hollow Earth. Orangutan with a fucked up hairline. My dude's hairline's all the way back here. He literally got a salute like this, 33rd, which is Scar King, who was this orange orangutan looking ape. They weren't really clear on what he was really. I think just a great ape. Now, in order to take down Scar King, Kong has to emerge back up within the surface to call forth my man, the G-Man himself, Godzilla. And both need to team up in order to take down this new evil threat, who is Scar King. Now, that's basically your plot. Well, once the second act of the movie starts, that's when the plot actually starts. I'm incredibly mixed with this movie. Yeah, I really wanted to watch it, but I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the monster fights were amazing. I love the monster fights, but at the same time, I was incredibly disappointed with this film. Let me get the negatives out of the way because I do have a lot of positives. For starters, I really did not like that this is a Godzilla and Kong film. I do not like that at all. This 100% should have been a Kong film. Like, without shadow of a doubt, should have been a Kong film. And if I remember correctly, this was originally supposed to be like a Son of Kong film originally, and then they just decided to add Godzilla in the mix. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy Godzilla in this film, but honestly, it should have been a Kong film because 40% of it was basically Kong. And honestly, it was the best parts about the whole movie. I'll touch on that a little bit later. The human characters. The humans, they suck. Now, they weren't as bad as King of the Monsters. Now, I've only seen King of the Monsters once, and I remember the humans sucked. While in this film, they were just basically expedition. Like, honestly, they 100% didn't need to be in this film. Maybe you could have Gia and her mom be in this film, and that's it. Those were the only characters that really should have been in the film. Because you have Gia and Kong developing this relationship with each other. So it would have made a lot more sense for just her to be in this film. And I honestly did enjoy the mother-daughter side plot that was going on in this film. It was nice. Every other character was not necessary. Like Bernie and the new veterinary, they were honestly not that necessary. I really didn't like the Beast Glove. I really didn't. I thought it was pretty dumb. And I really didn't like how he got it too. Majority of the film, he's using the Beast Glove more as a shield. And honestly, I kind of wish Kong got a shield instead to go along with his axe. So he would have looked like this warrior, you know? And I honestly wish there was more heart to Kong's story. There was no heart. That's the only thing that was really missing about this film. Godzilla, he's silent again. It's so weird because he has more screen time in this film than he had in Godzilla vs. Kong. But for some odd reason, I felt that he had less of a presence in this film. Which is weird because Godzilla didn't do absolutely nothing in Godzilla vs. Kong. He was basically swimming around throughout the whole entire movie. And in this one, he's actually doing stuff. He's actually killing other Titans. Brings me back to this point about the humans talking about the Titans, which I found pretty dumb. There's a line in the beginning of this film where the main character, who's the female, I don't remember her name, where Godzilla is important and we need him to maintain order, and it cuts to a clip of Godzilla trampling on this little city, killing thousands of people while trying to kill this giant spider. And I precisely remember when I first saw that clip on YouTube and in theaters, that was my first red flag. And what I mean by that is the movement of the monsters. It really bothered me. It wasn't that much of a present later on, but it was particularly mainly in this little scene right here. Damn, I bugged my mic. How Godzilla was moving, it looked very Street Fighter. I remember Godzilla doing this uppercut, but the way he was moving looked incredibly cartoony. And then my boy Godzilla be doing parkour, jumping like Michael Jordan. But it was a pretty cool scene. He ends up doing the kiss of death. Up next is Scar King and Shimo. Honestly, I was pretty disappointed in the both of them. Shimo had a really cool introduction, but the execution was such a letdown. And he wasn't introduced until about later within the second act, like towards the end of the second act. They introduce him, he loses a fight, and then he uses Shimo as his self-defense. And that's pretty much Scar King. That's Scar King for you. Like, that was such a letdown. And for Shimo, I kind of wish she had more screen time, like without being mind controlled and without acting like a dog. That's my only gripe, but Shimo was pretty cool. All right, now on to the positives. Kong's story was hands down my favorite part about the whole entire film. The one thing that was missing about this whole film was the heart and soul. And I felt like Kong could have been that heart and soul. That was the only thing that was missing. I really hope this was 100% a Kong film. This should have been a Kong film. Kong's story about loneliness and just wanting a family. And then he finally gets to have that once he sees his colony after Zuko takes him there. Oh yeah, let me backtrack a little bit. Zuko was a little shit. I remember Zuko's first introduction. He was this cute little chango, and everyone thought he was gonna be like this adorable little creature that Kong was gonna take care of. But no, he was a little shit. Ambush Kong. My boy Kong got gangbanged by 3 other apes. But I love how Kong's character developed, how he's more wise, beating up these other apes, not wanting to kill them, but save them. But one of them didn't want to get saved, and then Kong just Sparta kicked his ass. This is Sparta! And then we got God of War vibes. There was this particular scene where Kong takes Zuko captive, and they wake up one morning and they're supposed to go on within their journey, and Kong puts his axe over his shoulder, looks at Zuko, and tells them to like start moving. That scene, I thought of the one line Kratos said to his son. Boy, boy, boy. Wait, I didn't like that one. Hold up. Boy. I'm losing my voice. Boy, 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 boy. Boy, boy, boy. And it's cool because we get this father-son type of relationship between Kong and Zuko. How Zuko doesn't trust Kong, but Kong just wants to get along with him. And this was also one of my favorite elements too, because there are a lot of scenes with Kong where there's no dialogue. It's just the two of them just going about their day-to-day lives. Then we get to the scene where we head to Scar King's lair. I don't remember what the place was called. We get this cool introduction of Scar King where it's a panning shot panning down, and we got like a Walking Dead season 10 vibe. Shit, what's the season that had Alpha in it? Where we got piked heads, and you can just see the sadness in Kong's eyes that his people are in slavery, and he just wants to help them basically. There's this scene that I love so much. It's when Kong is trying to help a fellow ape, and you can just see within his eyes and facial features him lending a hand. It's something that I did love, and I wish we had more of it. This should have been a Kong film. I wouldn't have mind waiting another 2 years for a Godzilla film. Shit, we had Godzilla -1. I was perfectly fine with that. Then we get Scar King. Scar King was pretty cool. He had a pretty cool introduction. His fights were pretty cool. His hairline was pretty fucked up. The whip was pretty awesome. But there was a plot hole. They didn't explain how he got Shimo. Did they? Shit, I don't remember. No, I don't think they did. They just show you that he has this crystal and he's just controlling Shimo. But I do wish Scar King was better utilized in this film. I mean, he only got a cool introduction, and then you got he killed another ape, but I feel like he could have done it a little bit more like gruesomely to show how menacing he is, instead of just like a backdrop kick into the lava. Shimo had a pretty cool introduction too. Her being revealed like within the lava. It's like curtains opening. Freezing Kong's arm. I thought that was pretty cool. His axe got left behind, which was a letdown. Kind of cool too at the same time. Kong was defenseless. This is where I thought the film had a missed opportunity to give Kong a shield. I honestly 100% felt like Kong should have had a shield instead of the stupid beast club he got. Oh yeah, I did like how the humans gave him a tooth. I thought that was pretty cool. The beast club, I don't like the Beast Club. It's so dumb. I don't like how it was introduced, and I don't like how it was given to him. I thought it was stupid. Man, seriously, this should have been a Kong film. I honestly do feel like Kong could have taken down Scar King all by himself. Completely all by himself. We got the Godzilla scenes, which were pretty cool. He gets to fight a spider. I don't think it's Kamunga. He gets to fight this like Loch Ness monster looking dragon fish creature. Something. We get a blue explosion variation of burning Godzilla, and then he evolves. No complaints here. I actually did enjoy Godzilla's new evolved form. You can tell it was heavily inspired within like the older, I believe, 2000 Godzilla. That one old Godzilla film with like the purple spikes. You could tell it was heavily inspired by that one. Oh yeah, Mothra's in this movie. I forgot that she was in this movie. Yeah, she was pretty cool. Oh yeah, and I did call it too. I said that Gia was most likely gonna be like the monster versus version of like the two twins, calling in Mothra. That's who Gia's character was gonna be, and I called it. I wish the monster fights were a little longer. I felt like they were pretty short. No, I take that back. I felt like the last battle was pretty short. That should have been extended. We do get this pretty cool rematch between Godzilla and Kong, and my boy remains on top. Godzilla is still considered the strongest. Now then again, Kong wasn't trying to fight Godzilla. He just wanted his help, but Godzilla just didn't want to listen. But damn, my boy be busting out Goldberg's freaking jackhammer finisher. Dude, we got some wrestling lucha type of shit in here. And then we got this reminiscent looking scene from Godzilla vs. Kong, where Godzilla stomps on Kong's chest. Oh shoot, I just remembered something. Continuity error. I don't think Kong had the scars Godzilla left on him. I just realized that. I might have to check during my editing shoot. I don't remember if he did. But that's something that I noticed. But that Hollow Earth battle was pretty cool. How they just came crashing down like a couple of Saiyans. And we got a good old monkey and lizard, Frieza and a Saiyan charging at Shimo and Scar King. Oh my god. That whole entire scene felt so cartoony. It was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy it. The whole entire set piece was awesome. And now the second battle, which was the final battle when they go back up. That I felt like should have been extended. I thought that was pretty short. Damn, Scar King got his ass handed to him. He's not really a king. He was more like a wimp, even though it is shown that he has like this cocky type of attitude and he's somewhat intelligent, which was something that I like. I like that he was cocky. I like that. And oh yeah, something that I forgot to bring up was he didn't look real. Don't get me wrong, all these monsters aren't real, but like in context, they're apes, right? We got these two giant lizards, but this guy just didn't look real to me. Like he just didn't look real. I don't know if it's because of his eyes or his fucked up hairline, but he just didn't look real to me. But besides that, he should have been more menacing. And I'm so glad that Shimo was the one that killed Scar King. Much deserved. Poor thing was trapped for thousands of years, I believe. And then we got Kong delivering the final blow. Boom, battle is over. Overall, the film was fine. It was fine. It's not bad. It's not a bad movie. It's not a good movie either. It's fine, doable. I could watch it again, but is it my favorite? No, it's not. If I had to give this film a rating out of 10, I'll probably give it a 6. A strong 6. I'll probably give it a 6. Like, don't get me wrong, the fights are amazing. They are so good. But it's just like there's just little nitpicks in there that just bother me. Like for example, the movement of the monsters. I really did miss how gravity plays a big role within the monster's movement. It just makes it feel more what was the word I was gonna use? Looks more terrifying. That's the word I was gonna use. Now, would I recommend this film to you guys? Yeah, I would recommend it. If you just love mindless monster action, yeah, I highly recommend it. You go watch it. But if you're like that person that's so into story like I am, now don't get me wrong, I'm into story, but not that deep. But if you're like that person who's so incredibly in like plot, character development, and all that, yeah, I don't recommend it. Or if you're like that type of critic that's like so incredibly picky, it's not scientifically accurate. Yeah, I don't recommend it. And that's pretty much all I really gotta say about Godzilla x Kong: A New Empire. Thank you again for having time out of your day to watch my video. What did you think of this review for Godzilla x Kong? Be sure to let me know. Be sure to leave a like, comment. I actually want to know what you guys think of this film, and subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, be sure to let me know what else I should put on my bucket list. Later, guys.